The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. Now he's free at the 35. And he gets this one down to the 24. 43 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Once again, Judkins. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, a 23-yard run. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Ready.
Now Lance on the bootleg. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
There, ready.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Claws red. Yellow, 22. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On the set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's Sanders. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And the Browns, first down. A gain of 12. First down.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Sanders to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
To throw is Sanders. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Lance looking to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll make sure he's touched down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Red, 38. Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready, set. Deputy Rangers. Go.
Sanders. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Sanders. trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Hut.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. He'll get forward for 3 down the 16-yard line.
At the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go. Cut.
Lance now to throw. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And this is going to be intercepted.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick-6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hiking and three. Hot 70. Hot 70. Cut 19. Cut 19.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
In motion is Gray.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Yellow. 6. Mega. Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. A short throw to Ingram. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Yellow. 22. Green jack.
From the gun, it's Lance. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mason Graham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down.
Come on.
Looking to throw. Sanders can't get away, and he's taken down. Mike Green in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ready, break.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready.
A give. Here's Judkins. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
A gain of 55 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A give up the middle, Judkins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready? 60 by 6. Ready?
They'll try it now with Judkins.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side.
Quinshon Judkins.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Hut.
To throw, it's Lance. Now he's going to step up and run.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Nick Bonito
Gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
We'll
see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got it at the 15. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Well, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set, ready. Set, hunt.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then come straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 158 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
Back to throw. Sanders setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Sanders.
This one is complete to Jenkins.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ready, ready. Ready, set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Ready, set.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Watch out now. 50, set. Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Ready, ready. Red, shot, 17. Ready.
Here's Lance.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
I should probably stop the head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off with points for themselves.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
An inside run with Judkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Sanders. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. From the shotgun, Sanders. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him get too much. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But throwing with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Here we go. Viking 18.
Sanders once more. And Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Ravens 17.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the 2nd half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Down. 6. Mega.
The Lance going to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 65, go.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ready.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 9 now. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
A toss to Judkins, running right.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nick Bonito now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Come on, set. 50, green. Black shot. Hut.
Now Lance. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go. Hut.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
But that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. 33, yellow. Ready.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll give it to Jenkins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Dragon 60. Ready. 19.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got Njoku over the middle. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun. Vernon toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Come on, come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
2nd and 5. Touchdown! David Njoku. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Let's go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the
45,
2-point conversion.
White. Hut.
Lance looking to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Score Browns 28, Ravens 23.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little time off the clock.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Liking 18.
On the handoff, this is Judkins. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a two-point conversion up. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Blaster, 6. Here we go. Here we go. 50, green.
Now Lance. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, what a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds. And you've got no timeouts. You've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike.
Ready?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Tag. Hey, Cowboy 80. Check out.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you